All right, Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to you.
YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations be to the hopeful elect. Those to the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of YAHAWASHI, wherever we be. We out here another week, prophesying the end of America, Babylon the Great, waking up the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. All right, we're out here to wake up our people and proclaim the end and proclaim judgment. And we want to hop straight into it, man, because we was watching a video from Chicago brothers, and a demon came up to their camp and basically was scoffing them. And the brother YAHAWAH, beloved brother YAHAWAH, was going into how, hey, those fishers are going to be turned into hunters, man. Okay, because the men of the Lord have been long awaiting to get even with these heathens and these 2/3 due to the disrespect they've showed our Lord.
That's right.
First and foremost, okay, all the way down to the disciples, as prophets, as men. And the disrespect continues to go forth. So we out here to proclaim and ask the Lord how long until he rises up to the prey, to deliver the enemies into the hand, man, of the righteous men. Because you 2/3, man, y'all got a lot of bark, but no bite. You know, you talk stuff about it, you talk about the camps, how wicked they are. You're talking about, oh, all Israel was black, you feel some type of way, but none of you guys are standing up, coming out here teaching the people what it is. Behind the computers, okay, you in these chat rooms, you're not showing yourselves, man. You come past the camp, you fan your hand, but you ain't out here putting your life on the line, make yourself a living sacrifice, man.
Right.
So you don't have anything to say, okay? Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 51:17. Every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in him.
Right, there's no breath in a lot of you guys, man, because it says your knowledge is brutish, man. It's buffoonery, because it holds no weight, because it's not coming out of the scriptures, and definitely it's not coming from the spirit, because you have to understand how to distinguish between the spirit and carnality. And most of this truth, man, though we have tangible scriptures, you got to filter them from a spiritual standpoint for you to see certain things. Okay, and that's the big mystery of the scriptures, one of the mysteries. Like the mystery of the Gentiles. If you read the Bible without any type of spiritual understanding, you're going to say, well, these are white people, these are Asians, and these are so forth. When in fact, there are those things, but their seed goes back to the line of Israel, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you can receive that.
Jeremiah 51:18. It says, they are vanity, the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish.
In the time of the visitation, I shall perish, right? Because your idols that you believe in, okay, your ideologies, your principles, those things are not going to hold any weight to the destruction when the Lord starts to bring this placement. Because when the Lord comes back and when he raises up the men, hey, all these idols are going to be smitten down. Okay, like when we had to take over the land of Canaan, when we had to get our land, we had to smite everything, man. The idols, we had to burn them. We had to put the heathen down. We had to put the women down, the kids. And at times the Lord said, hey, what you don't destroy, take for yourselves as spoil. And that big purging is coming back in a big way. Okay, because all you Israelites out here, the ones of you that's scoffing, that don't understand the revelation of the scriptures, man, you're going to get caught up in the judgment.
Right.
Okay, because it's big time, because the Lord is not, he's not supping with you. Okay, he didn't put it on your spirit to see the righteous aspect of what the hell is being brought out. You know, niggas are offended because we curse.
Oh, y'all dead on the black.
Yeah, y'all there cursing. Oh, look at this, bro. He got a foul mouth.
Yeah.
And y'all crying over a bunch of punk ass cuss words, man.
Yeah, and y'all the same niggas that was waiting for Kevin Samuels to go live, man. Now that he dead, you got a problem with the real men that teach you out of the scriptures. But it said Jeremiah 51:19. It say the portion of Jacob is not like them.
That's right.
For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name.
Right, the form of all things, man. That means that this whole entire makeup of this planet we on, it revolves around the Israelites. That's why everything is broken down into increments of 12. 12 parts of heaven, 12 tectonic plates, man, 12 gates, 12 tribes, 12 disciples, 12 months in a year, okay? Which is broken up to what, 4 different seasons, man? So the Lord is very orderly on what he do, all right? That's why it says Jacob is the portion of all things, man, you know?
But it said, Jeremiah 51, read 19 again. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name.
Right, the rod of his inheritance, man, okay? And what is a rod?
Staff.
A staff, man. Okay, power, a staff, man, and measurement.
Yeah.
Like the scriptures consider the Bible, the scriptures is called the rod, the staff, because it's a measurement instrument, man. You take, we had something when we measure manholes, they called it we call it a measure rod, man, okay? Because you're measuring with it, man. You know?
But it says, Jeremiah 51 and 20, it says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Battle axe and weapons of war. And that's the point right there, man. The men that you're saying up here, one day, the Lord is going to raise us up and we're going to become those hunters, man. Because right now, we're fishing for the elect. Okay, we're throwing the proper bait in there. And some, you get some that fall on, what it calls, stony ground.
Yep.
You got some that fall on fertile ground.
Yep. Some get thrown to the
some
thorns.
get thrown to the thorns, man. And it's just a matter of picking a good fish out of the batch of bad fish, man.
That's right.
Okay, and in that time, we're going to be hunters, man, because all the ones that fell by the wayside, we're going to go and we're going to destroy them, man.
That's right. And notice it say, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. The Most High himself, if he showed up in this third dimension, everything would obliterate, man.
That's right.
So the Most High works through men. The same way the Most High is not coming down preaching to you niggas personally. Because, you know, a lot of niggas like to say, oh, God gave me the revelation. No, he didn't, man. The Most High speaks through his men, the prophets, man. Which is the reason we here now. Read that again. It say, Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Right, it says the nations, okay?
Yep.
The other nations and you 2/3. Because, hey, the nation of Israel is broken up into 12 separate tribes, nations, but it's still one nation, man. But you can still call them different nations. That's why the Lord said that we should be a blessing unto all nations, man. Talking about the 12 tribes. So 2/3 of our people, you got to get put through that fucking fire, man.
Right.
Okay, because you are the main ones that come up against us when it comes to doctrine. Every time a man gets kicked out of the camp, or he decides to leave because he's butthurt, because he held back his, or whatever he felt he's been holding back, now all of a sudden, now he want to bring out how he feels. And to prove that these guys ain't in the right spirits, because all these other bug outs that don't have no works, they coming up on the comment boards now, okay, and now they all tag teaming and siding with these men that just left the fold. But if you men had any type of integrity that just left the fold, you'd be cursing them other niggas out that ain't got no works, man. Because remember, a lot of you dudes, man, that left the camps and got kicked out, remember, you supposed to still be in the same spirit. So you supposed to still have out against them dudes, man, that ain't doing right. So proves that you're hypocrites.
Yeah, some of y'all be giving double honors to the apostles, man. Hey, and if you give double honors to the apostles, you gonna remember time and time again. Shalom, but if you giving double honors to the apostles, you gonna remember all the times they say you can't be emotional in this truth, man. Yeah. And a lot of you dudes, once you leave the fold, first thing you do is get into nigga woman tendencies, man. Which is emotion. Yeah.
Crying, butthurt. Man, I don't like the way you said that. Come on, man. Out of all the shit in the world, like the elder brother from the main camp, what's his name? Shaman, he said it. He said, when we gonna hear about Russia? We gonna hear about China.
Shit.
Hey, Iran talking about sending them shits over there to help Russia now, man. Prophecy has been bold. They're talking about U.S. cities being nuked. Okay, Saudi Arabia is basically not dealing with the dollar anymore. That's bad for the West. But you focus on men who you mad at. Out of all this time you've been in the truth, now when you get kicked out or you leave, now you want to talk. So why didn't you say anything when you was in the camp? Exercise Matthew's the 18th chapter. Somebody would have heard your calls. You see, men often do that, man, because they have ulterior motives. Like a war, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. And that guy that's with you, he shouldn't even be speaking because he don't know what's going on among the camps, man. He ain't been there. So you got that disgruntled spirit on you, man. Hey, we were just in a group chat 2 months ago, bro. I can still pull up messages where you were just on a group chat, man. And everything was all good. Now you want to act like a female, bro? You better get that shit out your heart, man. And you better repent, man. Go ahead, huh?
2 Timothy 3 verse 12. Yea, all that live godly in Hamashiach shall suffer persecution. Which is why we don't trip over people wanting to slander the apostles and elders, camp heads, know what I'm saying, all the way down to members of GMS, man. They say all that live godly in YAHAWASHI shall suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right, deceiving and being deceived, right? Because they're lying and spinning narratives, and on top of that, they are already deceived by Satan. Yeah, you know, so a lot of these guys, man, they come out of here, they make these videos, man. They want to come against the leadership, they want to come against brothers in the camps, all because, man, people need to have names for them. They need to make a name for themselves, man.
Going against the doctrine.
Yeah, it's all about the clout. Because like I said in the video yesterday, I said, well, look, hey, if you get kicked out or you leave the camp, don't blame the doctrine.
Yeah.
Don't take it out on the doctrine. The doctrine is the doctrine.
Yeah.
You got a problem with a man, that's you.
Because the doctrine, that's the most pure thing on the earth right now, man. Yeah. Everything is corrupt, man. Yeah. But YAHAWASHI blessed us with this word, even though, hey, we ain't pure, man. It's a blessing for us to even preach this truth. To you know, be able to utter these words and speak that correct doctrine. But it say, read that again. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of.
Right, you've been assured of, meaning that it's been confirmed. Okay, we went through this thing several times. Hey, bring that up a little bit, bro. Come up a little bit, man, and kind of come at an angle. That way you get everybody. Yeah, because I know it kind of picks up a lot. Bring it up close. It'll get everybody. You might not see it, but it get brothers. And even if it don't, brothers that speaking, you can just get it on the so that way you ain't got to be getting ate up out of the name. Yeah. Read that again, slow.
2 Timothy 3 verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Right, knowing of thou whom thou hast learned them, because the Most High ain't come to you guys in a vision and say my name is Yahawah. Yeah. He didn't come in the vision and say the MOTBs to that. Yeah. He didn't come down in the vision and tell you what tribe you are.
Right. Broke down Revelation for you.
Yeah, you learned that from men, man. And that's another thing, man. When guys get put out, they always want to make it seem like, oh, the Spirit is teaching them. We saw this thing several times. We saw it with Detroit. We saw it with them followaways from Chicago, Nazariah and them. We've seen it with several other groups, man. Okay, the Church of YAHAWASHI, man, that bug out from the UK, that guy's a demon, man. We seen it all the time. But man, how y'all know? We learn from the Spirit, brother. Okay, you learn from the Spirit, but the Spirit is working through men. You know?
I'm gonna read that again. Say, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, man. So that's what's more important, is the salvation, man. You people turning this, as a bro like to say, to a Whitney Williams show, to a damn gospel show. We not in that. Obviously, Great Millstone, we got a history of rebuking, but at the end of the day, we moving past y'all, man.
Right, man. That's right, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even the words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads. And a goad is basically like a tool that you use to prick cattle, man, to keep them in line, you know? It says the words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of the assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. So that nail passing with us is basically a nail passing onto a stick, man. You know, that's what the words of the wise are likened to sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when the wisdom comes out, that's what it's gonna sound like, man.
Yeah.
Because rebuke is the cornerstone of keeping order, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Rebuke is a big part of our nation, man. Like, if you look at like our camp, for example, you got camps that got different spirits, man. We all come in the same spirit, but each camp has a particular role in the body, man. Like Chicago, they're a rough camp because they're a rough city. Okay, Kansas City, this is a rougher camp because we dealing with it's a lot of rebuke in this camp because these people, they're gone, man. They're lost. These people are just bugged out.
A lot of weirdos.
There's a lot of weirdos out here, man. You know, we ain't dealing with upright people.
No.
So you got to understand the time we ain't war. We ain't no time of war, man. Okay, like the words we speak, man. The words, hey, what do you say? The words I speak, roughly paraphrasing, man. The Lord is a man of war, okay? And the words we speak is going to be rough. You see, guys, that get emotional, man. Why you talking so rough? Because we're the men of the Lord, okay? We supposed to speak rough. Okay, you've heard roughness your whole life. So-called Esau Edom is blatantly taking pictures with trannies, man. And you guys ain't speaking out against that, but you mad because we called Keisha the B word. It ain't like we did it unjustly.
Right.
You know?
Right. Definitely warranted.
How much more Keisha got to do, man, before y'all realize that that's just what she is?
Yeah.
We're just calling out bad behavior. It doesn't mean they're not Israelites. But you can't allow somebody to act like a goddamn demon, man, and not call it out.
Oh, you gotta be careful, like you just said, goddamn, somebody might get offended now. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I got another precept.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 11. Chapter 4, verse 11. It says, and he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for edifying the body of the Mashiach.
Right, and what does edify means?
To build up.
Okay, and your brothers are getting built up, man. Okay, they're learning the knowledge, and the fact that you come against what brothers are saying, but is it a lie or is it the truth? See, once you understand that words that we say is the truth, man, then it shouldn't be an issue on how it's being brought out.
Right.
And that's the problem with Jake. They listen to how it's coming out instead of what's being said. That's why it tells your name is they make a man an offender for a word, man.
Right.
You know, and they turn aside a just thing for a thing of naught. Because you're so focused on what we said instead of how, you're focused on how we said instead of what we said. And we don't have to justify ourselves to you people, man. Because regardless of it is, we're going to still do what we got to do. Somebody come up there in that spirit, we're going to rebuke them and they're going to send them on down the street. Yeah, period.
Hey, because peep this, man. One of the best coaches ever in football is Nick Saban, man.
Yeah,
for Alabama. When you see Nick Saban on the sideline, you see him cussing out players, calling people motherfuckers, things like that, man. But what is he doing? He's edifying. That's why he got so many players that make it to the NFL, because he's hard on them. Not because he's soft, because if somebody make a mistake, he be like, oh, it's all right. No, he gonna be like, you motherfucker, do this, do that, because he on them, man. Same thing with us, man. But you niggas, GMS is proud. Man, this is the spirit of the Lord is on us, man.
Right.
Yeah, and truth be told, number two, you a bug out, man. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Shalak, Rayum, Wa Nashim, Wa Ashim, Wa Bayum, Wa Mashapayim, to you, man, and all you demons out there that have something to say against the men of the Lord of Great Millstone and the men of the Lord that's not in Great Millstone, who we reverence, by the way. If you got something to say about the men of the Lord, the Most High is going to destroy you. Because remember what the scriptures say, every idle word, okay? Every idle word. And I want you guys to remember that when the Lord start visiting you people, man. Because you people starting to y'all people finna start getting fucked up out here. Because guess what? They on now the lockdown number 2, they're talking about it. Okay, with this whole, what is this new shit they got out here? Start with an M. No. The other one. Not the M, not the monkey business. It's another. It's called the. That one, and it's another one, man. The Merkin or something like that. It's called the something, man. This is weird, but basically they saying that this is like, you know, the worst one of them all. And a lot of you guys gonna start getting put down by that, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not.
It said, cry loud and spare not.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice as a trumpet. A trumpet is a loud instrument, man. You never heard a trumpet player that was playing under their breath. When they blow that and sound that alarm, they're loud. Like YAHAWASHI, his voice was described as being the voice of many waters, man. That's a powerful voice. Like when High Priest Ariel was out here speaking back in the 80s, man. Bro, he would literally be, probably, this is what, Truman Road, he would probably be 3 or 4 or 5 blocks down and you would be able to hear the echo of his voice from him, man. Literally, Ariel used to stop people and they'll turn around because his voice was so loud and powerful. Yeah. That's how the prophet spoke. Right. We supposed to scream and cry out loud, man. And if the spirit get on us to rebuke somebody and scream at them, then it's all good. Because that's biblical, man.
It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. and show my people their transgression.
And how do you show people their transgressions, brothers?
You gotta tell them they're going off, man. Pull out the scriptures, you're going off, man. This is the law. You're in violation of it, man. Get your mind right.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes it sounds harsh, but there's supposed to be a sense of urgency when there's danger. You know? We're in a time of judgment, you know?
Yeah,
That's right.
Like in a house fire, you're not supposed to jump and wake somebody up. The apartment building's on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's an act of love to do it more harshly, but you want to make sure they get out in time. You know?
Right, because sin is the transgression of the law. And when you're transgressing, we have to show you in the scriptures what you transgressed on. You know? And we have to warn you, because if we don't, then otherwise the blood's going to be on our hand. We ain't finna die for you niggas. To hell with you. We're going to tell you what you fucked up on. You know, and also that's correction out of brotherly love too. You should say the water for the correction, brother. I didn't realize I was going off. I've been edified. Thank you. Because why? That brother just preserved your soul if you took heed.
See, but Jake don't get it because they got so much pride in them, man. See, that pride demon, that's the reason why our nation is in this predicament. That pride demon. See, you Jakes, you're at the bottom and you have no reason to be proud of talking out against things you don't understand, man. It ain't like a lot of you guys, like we said it earlier, a lot of you guys, you're not coming out here doing the work. Okay, I mean, it's easy to scoff. Like, man, what my man say, Mike Tyson said that social media has made it easy for people to talk and not get hit in the face. Because back in the day, you had to fucking back up your words, man. You know, you weren't able to call somebody out their name without coming to back it up. You know, like we got this internet now, so you can put up fake profiles and hide behind them, fake accounts, and you can scoff and talk shit and get videos taken down. But come up to the camp and contend. Say how you feel. You know, because the thing of it is, we're not going to get carnal with none of you people, man. We ain't got to. But the scripture's going to come out and condemn you.
Yeah.
Now, if you get carnal, then that's when things have to be handled accordingly. But other than that, we ain't going to come looking for you guys and drag you out your house, man.
Right.
Okay? When the Lord put the spirit on brothers to get that power, the Lord gonna weed you all out anyway.
Yeah. One thing we not doing is hiding, man.
Nah.
We in the main areas of every major city. It's not hard to find us, man. But I got a precept. This is Proverbs 9 verse 8. It says, reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man and he will love thee.
Reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee, man. Okay? And that's the thing. When you reproving, they hate it. That's why Amos, they say they hated him that rebuked it in the gate. When you try to correct guys like going back into the war from Mississippi, man. Now he's putting out videos talking XYZ because he got a problem with the King David being my shot thing. Okay, a war, so let's do it this way. Let's play devil's advocate. So you said that, well, somebody got to be King David and he's going to be raised up at the end, right? Okay, so what if it is Masha or King Masha? Then what you going to say? What if it is him? Then what? Because that was a spiritual revelation. Like the scripture say, if all men can receive it, this understanding, if you can't receive it, it's because the Lord ain't revealed it unto you. But let's just say if the Most High brought him back tomorrow and they find out that he is King David, what would you say then? Are you going to humble down and say, you know what, Salaki, I was being presumptuous, I had reprobate spirit on me? Or are you going to continue to make up excuses, man? Because the scripture say a wicked man find it an excuse. You're just going to find something else to be mad at, man.
According to his will.
According to your will. And hey, that guy next to you, man, Howard Terrence, hey, that dude, man, hey, you just need to chill, bro. For real, you shouldn't even be speaking. Honestly, man, I wouldn't even be speaking. Because you just don't know, man. You're going off one-sided narratives, man. And that's bias, bro.
This Proverbs 9 and 8 again. Reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man and he will love thee.
Right, brothers. And hey, brothers dealt with you as a brother, man. Them brothers dealt with you as a brother, man. Brother pull you to the side and ask you what's going on. If you have an issue, speak on it. In every camp that I've ever visited, I know brothers got that open door policy. If something ain't right, brothers can come talk to them about it, man. Because we don't give up that kind of vibe against it. Like people say, oh, y'all hate me. Hey, we show our brothers, man, the most up respect, man. We take off our hat and we literally will put the fucking mat down for brothers to walk on, man. We have that spirit among each other, man. But y'all don't know that because y'all ain't in that brotherly spirit.
Yeah, A lot of you people outside the fold, you just see us for what we is on camera, man. You just think we just a bunch of proud boasters. But all brothers can attest, man, when we get amongst ourselves, It's nothing but brotherly love, man.
That's right.
Oh man, hey, you go to Chicago, you gonna leave with all kinds of shit. Man, you gonna buy, man, look, man, brother, man, we be eating, brother D was last, we like, you take, man, especially the, my brother, Ariala, man, the Northern Kingdom brother, man, he be having some shit, man, he be like, hey, brother, take, I'm like, that's your last week, he just give it to you, yeah, nothing.
You be tired of taking shots.
Like, damn.
Proverbs 9 and 9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase learning.
Adjustment, and he will increase learning. And to kind of go into that a little bit, hey, we examine ourselves, man. Because you know one thing about you scoffers, bro, what you don't understand is that even if you do talk shit, we actually take a consideration of what the bullshit you're saying, because we actually check ourselves like, okay, because the Lord can use a demon to bring out truth. I mean, shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You scoffers can say shit that may be on point about certain things, but don't think that we ain't taking shit into consideration, man. Checking ourselves and shit. We check ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers pray, they repent, they ask the Lord to take any type of guile that may be out of them. I mean, but y'all don't know that. Because, you know, I need to know, like, okay, am I going off? Am I tripping? Because if these men up here are offended in anything that myself or any brother's doing, then, hey, we gonna take it upon the initiative to correct it, man.
Right.
So they don't be offended, because what did the Lord say? He said, look, anybody that offended the least of these little ones, man, great should be he that put a millstone on his neck and jump in the river. And now, Harriet, that's why I told you to kill yourself, man. Because you an offense, bro. That's hate. No, that ain't hate.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got women that follow GMS, man. You try to make us feel like women haters, but what about the sincere sisters that are listening and learning, man? What you gonna say about them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 5. Chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, no giving to filthy lucre.
Right, a bishop is another way of saying an elder of the congregation, man.
Right.
Bishop is an elder, man. Right. So when you're an elder, your whole priority is the ministry. That's why it says to be of one wife, because if you're a bishop, you ain't got time to be courting all these women to yourselves, man. Now, if a bishop did have 2 wives before he came into that position, he don't put the other one away. But as Paul said, that, hey, shit, roughly paraphrasing, Paul said it, he said, hey, those that have wives be as though they didn't have any.
Right.
Because the time is at hand. You know?
Yep. It says, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, and temperate.
Holy and temperate, man. Hospitality. Brothers open their houses up to brothers that come out of town, man.
Yeah.
We open our houses up, we open our whatever, man. Brothers got it.
Right. Yep.
You know?
And I bring that out as kind of like a personal testimony of seeing these men on the highways and byways doing their thing. I've seen them around heathen, and all of these boxes are checked, man. When brothers are coming into town, it's the most hospitable thing you ever seen, man. Making sure brothers are good. You know, brother had a little bit too much to drink, another brother be there to be like, hey, bro. You know, so everything is in check, man. We're checking the boxes on here, man. You know, we're not perfect men, but we're following the script. You know.
As we should be doing.
Right.
Because that would make us hypocrites. But like the brother just said, he said, you just see us on camera as boastful, proud men because we rebuke him. Because what thing you don't have, YAHAWASHI, can you do me a favor? Find your scripture, I think it's in Matthews, when they say that they was astonished at the Lord's authority, at this doctrine.
Yeah.
See, y'all don't accept the authority from us because in y'all mindset, we beneath y'all. So y'all look at these garments, y'all ain't got on nothing special. Y'all just men like me. Y'all get behind them bills and shit too, which is true. But overall, the Lord is dealing with the spirit, man. He's chosen certain men, okay? Because, hey, Jake could have said the same thing about Ezekiel, which they was scoffing against the prophets. But, hey, the Lord chose that man. So you can't get mad at who the Lord sets up, man. You know?
Got that precept.
Go ahead, man.
It's the book of Matthew 22 and 33. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. It says, but when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Going on further, and it says, YAHAWASHI said unto him, thou shalt love YAHAWAH thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
Right, right. That's the first and great commandment. But can you look up that word astonish? And it was actually another one I was actually looking up, man.
I got another one too.
Okay, that's probably the one we're talking about.
It's Luke.
So they was astonished at his authority.
Yeah, this is Luke 4:31. And came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath days. And they were astonished at his doctrine, for his word was with power.
Right. That's what the part they hate. And look up that word astonish.
Astonish is the word, the Greek word ekpleso, and it means to strike out, expel by a blow, drive out or away, to cast off, to strike out of one's self-possession, to strike with panic, shock, astonish.
Right, they were shocked by it, man, to the point they wanted to kill the Lord, man. They're like, who the hell is this guy coming in speaking to us like this? Remember, because the scribes and Pharisees had clout, man. You know? They're like, who the hell is this guy? He coming in on the scene, talking this big shit like he's the son of the Most High, telling us we gotta repent. And a lot of them niggas knew he was the Lord, man. So that's the reason why we get so much slack here, because hey, they don't like the fact that we're saying it, because we're coming with that authority. We speak with authority, man.
Right.
Okay, because the Most High gave the prophets authority to tell you you're gonna be destroyed.
Right.
Because if a brother put a curse on you, man, and the Lord bring it to pass, guess what? That was the work of the Most High, man. And we have that authority to do it, and it's not self-proclaimed. You know?
Yeah, I got a precept to back up what you're saying.
Right.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things, have I committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye might be exalted, because I have preached you the gospel of YAHAWAH freely? Right. Hey, it says, though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. Brothers may come off so extremely rude, man. Harsh. When you look at rude speech, that's what goes into a lot of these words they call cussing or curse words and things like that. The way we say things, how we say it. Yeah, it's rude. Who gives a fuck, man? That's how men are.
That's right.
YAHAWASHI, well, he was feared because he was an austere man. When you look up austere, that means extremely harsh. Okay? And it says, but yet not in knowledge. That mean we don't know what we're talking about just because we that damn rude, just because you might have got offended by how we said it. Okay. Whatever, man, get over it. As a man, hey, I don't like how you coming at me, man. We can calm down a little bit, explain to me differently. That would be another way you can approach it if you feel like you're getting offended by how we talking to you. But ultimately, man, you should be man enough to be able to take that way of being talked to like that. First thing to go when you go in the military and you go to basic training, boot camp, you know, you got a motherfucker get in your face screaming. Do you think he gives a shit about how he's yelling at you? Is that trainee or is that cadet gonna sit there and say, oh, could you please tone it down, drill sergeant? I don't like the way you talking to me.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
Be a man up. Quit being a bitch, man.
That's right, Doc. Hey, cause we're not here to talk to you niggas like your middle school counselor.